When I was a child, Christmas was my favorite holiday, probably because it seemed to last so long. If you think about it, the Advent calendar started in the beginning of December, had those little windows that you could open up and get chocolate even before breakfast. There was decorating the house, there were baking cookies, going out with my dad to hunt down the perfect Christmas tree for my brother and my sister and I get to crawl underneath all the branches and the little avenues of trees. And then there was Dad grumbling over the lights once we finally got the tree situated just right in its stand that Mom would approve. And then, of course, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and grandmothers and grandfathers and food and, well, you get the picture, right? But Easter to us, as children, was pretty toned down compared to that. I mean, we got a new dress. I remember getting a new dress and a hat. Yeah, when I was little, we still wore hats to church. And the best part, though, I think about Easter was coming home from church and getting to search for our Easter baskets that were hidden somewhere in the house. But all of those things are the memories of a child. And we're all grown up now. We have grown-up concerns and grown-up worries. We aren't as easily wowed or awed as when we were children. Maybe we have a little bit of that left in us. But that, with those worries and those concerns and all our experiences of life, I think that makes us Easter people. Now, why would I say that? Well, if you think about it, all through Lent, we've been walking the road to Jerusalem with Jesus. There have been times of temptation, there have been moments for miracles, there have been questions, there's been doubt, there have been outright roadblocks. And never mind all the expectations put on us and put on Jesus. Every one of Jesus' followers wanted something different from him. It sounds like life, doesn't it? Jesus knows and knew what we go through and what we have gone through. And yet, there's more. We're Easter people because we've known the same things that Jesus has known. We've known the contentment of sitting at a table with friends and family. We've served one another simply for the joy of it, not because we're trying to get something back. And maybe we've even gone further than washing someone else's feet. Maybe we've had moments when we've looked our betrayer in the eye. We've fallen to our knees praying, wishing, hoping that we didn't have to face what was coming up. Jesus knew the hardest road, and he took it anyway. Jesus knew his life was in the hands of a power greater than dying, greater than death. And 3 days later, there was no sign of death. Just an empty tomb with some scraps of linen lying where Jesus had once laid. What happened? We only know what others tell us. We only know what the scriptures say and what the prophecies say. Some saw and believed, like the beloved disciple who ran to the tomb and ran right back out. There's others who weren't there, who questioned and doubted, and yet came to reluctant belief. Some stayed, some saw and didn't believe. Some still weren't sure. Sounds a lot like us, doesn't it? Some of us are sure, some of us are not sure at all, and some of us are just still trying to figure it all out. That's the thing. It's a mystery. It's the greatest mystery of faith, that Jesus rose from the dead to appear not just to a couple of people one day, but multiple times soon after his death and further into the future. I want to share a story in closing about the missionary Charles Kraft, who was serving in Nigeria. And he was proclaiming the resurrection story to a village one day. And one man said, "I've seen that happen. I saw my nephew rise from the dead." Now, Mr. Kraft was a smart missionary, and he didn't question the man or say something like, "Well, he might have just been sick and sleeping, but he got better." Instead, he asked the man, "What would good news mean to you?" And the man said, "If I knew there was a power greater than the spirits that trouble me in this life, that would be good news." Well, good news for us is there is a spirit that's greater than all the ills that trouble us in this world. There's a power greater than death, and it symbolizes all the ills that trouble us in life. There's a spirit greater than all we must face in the world. That spirit is always with us. And that's why we can be an Easter people, because Jesus is risen. Hallelujah.